Next up on our CBC Spring Sports Media Day tour is the Edgewood Warriors baseball team. Head coach Derek Stern. Coach, thanks for being here. Why don't you start out and just give us a quick elevator pitch? What can we expect out of the Warriors this season?
We've got a great group of guys returning, a real strong senior group and a strong junior group with a lot of guys that have played a lot of big games under their belt. So I think they're ready for the big moments. There's not a whole lot these guys haven't seen as a squad, so it's time to just go out and punch in and do our work.
And this is your first season, correct?
That is correct. As a head coach here at Edgewood, it's my first year.
All right, so how's that transition gone? I'm sure you're trying to implement some new things, some new ways to play baseball. How have the guys been receptive to that?
Well, I've known a lot of these guys for a lot of years. This isn't my first year with the program, just my first year at the helm here.
I got you.
So kind of implementing and picking up where Coach Barger left off. We've got a good foundation, and obviously there I'm going to put my spin on a few things and change a few things to my liking. But there's no real culture shock here on where we're headed.
Outstanding. What would have been some of the biggest challenges you've had to face in the off season, and how did you overcome them?
Well, honestly, it's the clerical side of things probably. The X's and O's are baseball stuff that I went through my whole life. Just as far as paperwork and scheduling and uniform orders and that kind of stuff, that side of the baseball stuff's a little new to me. But as far as the X's and O's and getting these guys to practice and going through drills, that's all kind of old hat.
Gotcha. All right. When you look at this squad, how confident are you that you've got the pieces in place and the experience and leadership to make a run at a conference title and beyond?
Well, we've got a lot of guys, like I said, that have played a lot of games and a lot of big moments. So I don't think any moment's too big for these guys. We've talked, the season's kind of in their hands. It's time to put this body of work that they've done all along throughout their careers and put it out on the baseball field and get us in a good spot, in a good position this year.
And when you look, the conference realigned again, so now you appear in the Lake Division. So you got some of those Ashtabula County schools, some of those old rivalries that maybe you played as non-conference games. Now you're going to play them in conference with a little more weight. How has that kind of inspired and fired up the guys?
Well, a lot of these guys, they played during the summer with a lot of these other teams and a lot of other guys, so they're going to see some familiar faces rather than, traveling over an hour away to play some of our southern competitors. But it's going to come with its own set of challenges. We were blessed to be able to travel south sometimes and get out of the weather, but now we're, April weather, we'll be traveling back up and down the lakeshore. So, but we'll be dealing with the same weather and the same kind of roadblocks that the other teams may face here along the lake.
All right, sounds good, Coach. I'll come back to you after I talk to the guys. Let's start right to your left. Go ahead and introduce yourself, name, grade, and positions you're going to play this year.
My name is Aiden Hernandez. I'm in 12th grade. I play third base, second base, and right field.
Not at the same time, right?
No.
I use that joke every day, or every interview, and it doesn't land well. I'm going to have to stop using it. But when you look at senior year, how excited are you? I mean, you're a senior, you got a few months left of school, but you also have, last year of high school baseball. So how are you kind of dealing with those emotions?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad because, me, Logan, and Tony have been playing together since we've been about 10 years old. So we got 8 years together on our belt. With Logan, I've been 8 years old, so I've been playing with him. So, it's a little bit sad, but, it's our last year, so we got to go out with a bang. We got to leave everything out on the field. We've worked all of our life to get here, so it's our last year. We got nothing to lose, so we're just trying to have fun and compete while we still can.
Coaching changes can be hard. How much did it help that Coach was on the staff and already knew you guys and you knew him? How much did that help this transition?
Yeah, it helps a lot, because I'm really comfortable with Coach Stern. He was my pitch coach my first ever year of baseball. So I was already super comfortable around him, made a really good relationship because he was still there to talk to us, even as a JV coach when we were on varsity. So it was a very smooth transition.
Talk about the infield, since you're going to be playing in there most of the time. Who are some of the other guys in there that are going to make an impact for the team?
We got Alex Verdudo coming in at first base. It's the second year there. He's still learning a little bit, but he knows what he's doing now. I think we'll be good there. We got Caleb Johnson at third base and talented Zay Naylor at shortstop. One of the best shortstops I've ever seen. We've all come together. We've practiced a lot together. I think we'll be good. We've worked on all of our weak spots, and I think we'll be able to work good as a unit.
What do you think the strength of this year's team is going to be?
I would say hitting for sure. A couple years back, we've lost a couple good hitters, but I I think this year we got a lot of young kids coming up, like Alex, great hitter, probably the most like some of the most power I've ever seen come out of a kid, and all of our senior guys. We all really know how to hit a baseball, so I think it'll be able to come together this year.
What kind of goals do you have for yourself and your team this year?
Really trying to come together both offensively and defensively. Defensively, I had a really good season my freshman year. Offensively, not so much. Sophomore year, I really got the ball in play. Defense was okay. Last year just wasn't my year, and I'm coming off like a 350 batting average for summer ball, and I'm just trying to continue that streak and keep everything going and just have a good year and have fun. As long as I'm having fun, I'll be able to play good.
Sounds good. Good luck to you this year.
Thank
Logan, on to you. Introduce yourself, name, grade, and position.
My name's Logan Cray. I'm a senior, and I'll play first, short, I'll pitch, and I'll play some of the outfield.
So you get to do it all too. I mean, you're a great athlete. Last night you played in the All-Star basketball game. Nice performance there. Just coming out to baseball, how different is it from the other sports you play? I mean, it's it's a national pastime game. Everybody knows it well, but for you, just as an athlete, how different can baseball be?
Yeah, so baseball is a lot more of like a personal game, I would say. You could personally play really good as a player yourself and still not win because nine people on the field at one time, and compared to basketball where you got five. So a lot more teamwork involved in basketball, but it's a lot more mental, and I don't know how to explain it, but it's more if you play together as a team, all together at nine, rather than just a bunch like 1 through 4 hitters. If you understand what I'm trying to say, you could have one person on a basketball team carry the whole entire team, but you can't have that in baseball. So I think what we have here is a bunch of great players together. We play together great. So I think we're going to go pretty far this year.
Good answer. We talked infield already, so why don't you kind of talk a little bit about the pitching staff?
So last year we lost Ethan. Ethan was a great pitcher for us, so we're definitely going to miss Ethan. But other than that, I would say we had a bunch of younger kids last year that never got their chance to play a little bit of varsity, but this year they're definitely going to pitch. Manny Cooper, he eats up a ton of innings for us. Alex had a little bit of arm issues last year. He's healthy this year, so I'm looking forward to see Alex. Riley pitched a little bit last year. Riley Baldwin. Pretty much anybody on our team can pitch, and that's a really good thing, especially when you have a little bit of arm injuries here and there. So that's really good for us.
What do you think the keys to victory for Edgewood are this year? What's it gonna take to be consistent, win a lot of games?
Limiting errors. You can't have too many errors on the field. Whoever wins the air battle is going to win the game. Putting the ball in play. Last year we had a ton of strikeouts. We got to limit some of those strikeouts. Make the other team make the other errors, like I'm talking about. You can't win games when you have a bunch of errors. So I would say putting the ball in play and limiting our errors and just throwing strikes. Don't walk a lot of people.
Outstanding. Good luck to you. And on to your left, same thing. Name, grade, and position.
Tony Hall. I'm a senior. I play catcher, a little bit of third, and also close a little bit.
And quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Phenomenal year. Some of the stats you put up, that's incredible. So great season there. How do you duplicate that effort in baseball?
I would say catcher's a lot like quarterback. So you got to be the leader. You see a lot of the field. So it's not much. It's not a huge transition. It's kind of just fluent. And I'll carry the same leadership qualities that I had in football into the baseball field.
From a catcher's perspective, baseball is really tough, as you said. You're like the quarterback, but you also have to manage your pitchers, and you have to learn a little bit about their temperament and what stresses them out, what their triggers are, and that kind of thing. How do you deal with all those different individual personalities?
Yeah. So I always say this. So I don't. It's a lot harder to catch kids that you don't know what pitches they throw, where they're dropping, how fast they're coming in. I've caught Logan since we were 10. So I'm very comfortable with him. I'm comfortable with a lot of the guys that will throw too. So when we get into big moments, you just got to make sure that they're staying calm, staying to themselves and throwing what they're comfortable with. If they're not throwing something good one day, don't call it as much, and call something that they're more comfortable with in certain situations.
And then talk about yourself as a hitter. I mean, I have to imagine, as the numbers you put up as a quarterback and playing catcher, I have to imagine you're pretty good with the bat in your hand.
Yeah, so last year I batted just a little bit above 400. So I'm looking to carry that into this year. I'm trying to have better timing with my pitches this year. Last year I was really out in front of everything. So this year I'm trying to sit back and connect with the ball and have some harder hits.
when you add those Ashtabula County schools and Madison, and you've got those built-in rivalries now. How cool is that for your senior season?
It's fun. We play with a lot of the kids over summer from schools like Conneaut, Lakeside, and Jefferson. So being able to play against them in meaningful games this year, it'll be a lot of fun.
All right, give me a breakout player, somebody that maybe nobody knows about right now, but after a few games, everybody will know.
I think I have two. I think Riley Baldwin, he'll do a lot of good in the outfield this year. I'm hoping he'll swing the bat a little bit more and get some contact and help us along our offensive side. But I really think that he'll play a huge role in the outfield for us, tracking down a lot of balls. We did lose one of our key outfielders last year, so I think he'll do a good job and step in at that role. And I also think that Manny Cooper is going to do good, eating away some innings. He's got a robot arm. He pitches too much, honestly. He's always pitching, he's always throwing, and he has a lot of confidence in himself. So that's good.
Outstanding. Good luck to you this season. Coach, back to you. We talked pitching, infield, hitting. Talk a little bit about your outfield group.
Well, my outfield group, I feel real confident with those guys. We've been able, with the nice weather that we've had over the last couple of weeks, to get out and take some fly balls and run over some cutoff type situations. So I've got a lot of experience out there. And they've played well collectively as a group. So I think that's one of our strengths. A ball lifted in the outfield or a questionable ball that might be in the gap, I really give my guys a nod and really feel like they're going to be able to go out and make that play for us. So I'm real confident moving forward with our outfield.
Every team dreams of winning a state title, maybe getting to regionals, district title, conference championships. You don't have to do all those things to be successful. So how are you going to define success for your team this year?
Well, success, I mean, obviously it begins with winning, but it's also about teaching these young men a little bit about life. The trials and tribulations of defeat, turning around from defeat and coming back with a positive attitude. Obviously, we like to hang some numbers in our gym. And I feel that if we go out and do our job this year and punch in and go to work, like I've stated, I think we're going to put ourselves in a good position to be able to do that this year.
Outstanding, Coach. Well, good luck to you in your first year at the helm. And guys, thanks for being here, and good luck to you this season.
Thank you.